What's up everybody, this is Reese here from C Manga and welcome to my review of Fairy Tail chapter 412, Dancing to Ishtar's Tune. I think that's the chapter title, either way it might have been a bad translation. But either way, this chapter, it was actually surprisingly good. I must admit I really enjoyed it. The beginning part of it, which, the whole exchange between Grey and Natsu, that right there was a little confusing, I must admit. It's just the tone of it just felt so strange. It could have again been another like mistranslation or something, but it was just so strange that whole exchange. So obviously, like Gray had the whole Book of End, and he's like, saying, "Oh yeah, we need to be getting rid of it." And Natsu's just like, "Yeah, that's my job. I need to finish this. It's my task." But then Gray's just like, "No, it's no playing around. We have to get rid of it," kind of thing. It just the whole exchange there didn't seem right. It kind of felt like maybe Gray knew something that he wasn't gonna let Natsu touch the book at all, or maybe he's been corrupted by something because reading into it a little, maybe might have been reading into it a little bit too much, but the way he actually kept saying we need to get rid of it instead of saying we need to destroy it. Now, those are two completely different words. Get rid of just means like, throw it out, whereas destroy means to actually destroy it. So something just wasn't going right there, like it's just so weird. And speaking of Grey, actually, that's it. The whole kind of like his tattoos for his Demon Slayer magic thing disappearing. Something about that didn't really seem right. It's like I was thinking, okay, that's a permanent thing. So do you think it just kind of, disappeared to the fact that it will come again whenever he uses it, or was it literally just a one-shot only thing? Because I was like, the way they'll make it sounds like this is like his new permanent kind of power boost. So I would have thought those tattoos would just constantly stay there, unless it kind of all completely disappeared once the whole demon form thing kind of regressed. But yeah, a bit of like some really strange things going on at the very beginning of this chapter. But anyway, on to the main part of the chapter, which is obviously Face is finally activated. Looks like magic is fully disappearing throughout the world. You even got that little bit of fan service with Lysana's takeover magic vanishing, for her being revealed being fully nude. Can't be Fairy Tail without a bit of fan service. The whole Lumen Historia thing now, that's like, okay, that looks like it might actually be going nowhere, for the sole fact that, Macro was like, oh gosh, looks like we're a step too late. So I wonder now, is it actually going to end up playing a more of a part, like, once all the faces are gone? So then, obviously, I'm definitely expecting N to turn up at some point. He has to, they've hyped him up for too much for him not to appear. So will Lumen Historia kind of play more of an effect when N turns up, or will it now just be like, okay, yeah, this is something I was going to be going with, but now I don't really want to be going with it anymore, so I'm just going to push it to the back burner. So, it's like either way, like everyone has now kind of found out about it, so it's going to have to be explained at some point. But yeah, anyway, back to the whole thing. Face is now fully activating. Looks like all hope is now completely lost. It's like you even have like the Blue Pegasus Guild, they turn up in their giant battleship to try and take out some of the Face monuments, but to no avail, nothing they did made any effect. It's like all their magic powers go in, so I'm guessing obviously that makes their cannons pretty much like near useless. It must be using magic to power itself up. But all hope was not lost. You have Igneel just like compelling everyone not to give up. Don't give up hope. Have your hope there. He's there obviously like saying that while he's face slamming friggin' Agnogia into the ground. And then the impossible happens. Well, I'm not even too sure like where the hell they came from, but the dragons begin to appear. All start with Grandine. She turns up like just taking out the Face next to the Blue Pegasus battleship, flying around like, she just basically took out like it's nothing. So that kind of like brings my little theory out of the thing, like thinking, okay, the dragons, maybe they're tuned into the magical power as well, so once like Face activates, Agnologia will turn back into a human, the dragons will disappear, crap like that. Turns out I'm completely wrong about that. Dragons and magic work on two completely different realms. It's kind of like how magic and curses are. So yeah, Grandine takes out a bunch of them. Wendy's super happy, just I can sense Grandine, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. Then, to a more surprise, you have freaking Gajil. He's getting a bit like, what the hell? I can sense Metallicana, I think that's how you say his name. And yeah, Metallicana turns up. He's starting like taking out faces. And then, to my surprise, Sting and Rogue even say they can sense their dragons. Vicelogia and Skiadrum. I think that's how you say them. Apologies if I'm pronouncing any of them wrong. So yeah, Sting and Rogue's dragons are even to start appearing, which I must admit, that took me by complete and total surprise, because I was under the impression that I think everyone's under the impression that they killed them, but they did kind of say that when they took them out, their dragons were sick, so it could have been a thing of they knocked them out, and then they made it out like they were dead, and then the dragons disappeared. So they're thinking, oh, they must be dead then, because let's not forget Sting and Rogue were like little kids, you know, at the time they were probably like Wendy's age. So yeah, lots of strange things happening. Dragons are returning, making everything look, well, just taking out face, like literally taking them out one by one. So if you saw on the face map, they're all just vanishing. So yeah, I must admit, I really, really like Metallica's design, Metallicana's design. I think this is like one of the first times we've properly seen him, you know, where it wasn't kind of hidden in shadows. And he does kind of look like Kaiba's Blue Eyes White Dragon Jet from Yu-Gi-Oh! It's kind of funny, but he does look kind of cool, I must admit it. So yeah, really unexpected turn of events, you know. So it should have really been expected, seeing as how Igneel turned up. So you're thinking, oh yeah, the rest of the dragons, they must turn up at some point as well. But it was just kind of like a complete and total surprise. The fact that the dragons are supposed to be dead, and then like the others just come out of nowhere. So hopefully they're gonna like, you know, meet up with their dragon slayers and tell them exactly what the hell is going on, because that explanation there, it is so needed. But yeah, so it looks like those guys the dragons are going to be ones to bring about the end of face. But the question now is, how the hell is End going to appear? Because I thought, like, I was under the impression obviously that once face activates, it will destroy all magic, which will give End the power to come back. So if face isn't stopped, then how the hell is it going to appear? You know, because they've been hyping up, like I said, they've been hyping up way too much for him not to actually appear. So yeah, all in all, like I said, this chapter here, I really enjoyed it. It's nice to see the dragons returning and to finally actually see what the dragons can do, because all we've really seen is like, okay, Future Road brought about some dragons. They seem really strong. They're taking everyone out, but you know, they're just no-named evil dragons. It's like finally we get to see what the kind of like main dragon cast can actually do. So yeah, that about ends this review, guys. I enjoyed it, but what did you guys think of this chapter? Let me know in the comments section below. And as usual, don't forget to check out other things to do on the channel. So I'll see you next time.